Hello. It's good to see you again. In the past, barbershops did more for the soul than it did for the shell. You learned how to tie a tie and to look a man in the eye when speaking to him. You learned how to conduct yourself in a conversation among other men. A handshake was firm and valid as a signal of a notarized document. Neighborhood politics held more value than what was going on in D.C. You learned how to play chess, which is the game of life. The barbershop had no written bylaws, but a certain code of ethics was highly encouraged and enforced by patrons of the barbershop. On tonight's show, we'll key in on some cultural importance and impact of the grooming industry. Could grooming itself cultivate a culture of men? Have new-aged barbers lost their value as mentors of men? Let's talk about it. We'll discuss these things and more on this special Grooming Edition episode. If this is your first time tuning in, I must truly say that it is a pleasure for you to meet me. As always, I'm Cornelius Peterson, and this is the NITE CAPP.
The following program contains adult language, as well as baby talk.
Viewer discretion advised.
It's the NITE CAPP Barbershop Talk with a Twist, with your hosts, the beauty angel, the barber trust, and the brains behind this whole operation, Gus. Tonight they welcome Jennifer Painter-Balin, owner-director of Central Texas Beauty College Round Rock, Levi Murray, owner of Elements Massage Cedar Park, Dylan Powell of the Austin Facial Hair Club. Tonight's drink special is brought to you by Guy Ensley of Fire Oak Distillery. Our food sampling is brought to you by Andrea Morris, owner of Andrea's Eats. And now, live from the Capillaris Barber Salon in Leander, Texas, it's the NITE CAPP with a Twist crew.
Welcome to this evening's episode of the NITE CAPP Barbershop Talk with a Twist. Tonight's focus is grooming in the male industry. So to my left, we have, no, that's my left. Never mind. So to my left, we have Angel. She is the owner of the Smooth Village venue, and she also has a wonderful hair salon over there. Hi, Angel.
Hi. How's it going?
I'm good. She's looking lovely as always. And to my right, the man who needs no introduction. I need you to focus in on his shirt. That's how many cameo. When I post, that's what I have. But yeah, that's my buddy Gus right there. The man, not a myth. All right, so tonight's episode is about grooming, like I said before. We have Dylan and Jen. So Dylan, tell me about yourself, where you're from. I see these logos on your hat and your shirt, so tell us about that.
Okay. So I grew up in Connecticut and moved down to Austin about 7 or so years ago. And a year later, I found the Austin Facial Hair Club. And I've always had a beard and hated shaving, so I thought, hey, I'll go see these guys and maybe make some new friends. And they welcomed me with open arms, spent the night introducing me as the newest member. We're a social club who likes to promote positive facial hair awareness, basically. You know, like you see a guy with a beard and sometimes you get the wrong impression. We want it to be a positive impression when you see somebody with a big old beard or big old mustache. And we do a bunch of events around town to raise money for local charities and things like that.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I found you guys on Facebook, and I noticed that. I was like, these guys do a lot of outreach.
Yeah, we try.
So they kind of draw me to you, and that's kind of what we try to do here at Capillary. We try to involve the community in almost everything we do, really.
Right.
Yeah, we're the same way.
I respect it.
Respect.
I respect
Man,
it.
I like that, what you got going on with this facial hair. I like the
Oh,
little
yeah.
curly
Thank
Q
you.
at the end.
I like to hug
try.
the beard. You know, just
Yeah.
hug the beard.
You're a beard
Yeah.
hugger?
Yeah, my husband has a
Just a
beard.
beard.
You know,
Yeah.
beards are friendly. There's nothing wrong with them.
Exactly.
Beard
Scared.
hugger.
Yeah. Hey, if you want a hug later, that's fine by me.
Well, I mean,
don't know how
that's okay.
Chad's
I'll
gonna
give you a
feel about
hug.
that.
Hugs are free, right?
Yeah.
Advertise all over.
All right, and to my left, we have Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
How are you
Thank
doing?
for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're at, what you're doing.
My name's Jennifer. I am the director of Central Texas Beauty College in Round Rock. This is a family business, so I've been there since I was 13. I'm slightly older now. But yeah, it's a great business to be in. We love grooming everyone. So.
Really? So what did you do before you came to Central Texas Beauty College?
I've been around a little bit. I was actually an attorney in New York for a few years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I guess. Except that you have to work with attorneys, so
Okay.
not as fun. But yeah, the beauty business, I started off doing nails. That was how I put myself through college, and went to law school and did the attorney thing. But really, there's nothing better than what I'm doing now. I love changing people's lives and making them feel good about themselves. So a little different than the legal.
Yeah.
Changing one person at a time through hair.
That's right.
All
Change
right.
your appearance, right?
Yeah.
All right, so when we come back, guys, we're going to have a couple of topics that we're going to talk about. So stay tuned. And as always, make sure you like us, you share us, you follow us, and leave comments, because that's what we're doing. We're here live. We want to hear from you. So when we come back, we'll have some topics, we'll have some drinks, we'll have some food, and we'll have some fun. See you when we get back.
Wilson, I have a question for you, sir. How is it that you stay so incredibly manicured while I sit here with this beard hair montage? You go where now, Wilson? Capillera's Barber Salon. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to try it out and just take your word for it. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
All right, so our next guest is Levi Murray. Levi, welcome to the show. So tell us a little bit about where you've been, where you're going, and where you come from.
Well, thanks, Trust. First of all, thanks for having me. I'm really having a good time here. Where I've been, I started my career as one of those high-tech guys. I started as an engineer with IBM, moved up the ladder to corporate vice president of AMD. Spent 16 years, had a very good career there, and decided about 6 years ago that my wife and I wanted to start a business, and we had to decide what we wanted to do.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, to make a long story short, my wife suffers from multiple sclerosis.
Oh.
And for her, just a daily routine of just getting around and body maintenance is a task.
Right.
And we decided that we wanted to do something that we believed in, and that we saw the benefits for her. We wanted to bring those for others.
Okay.
And that's how we started our Elements Massage Lakeline.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's a good story. Yeah.
All right, so in the grooming industry, we want to talk about now, why does everyone on the panel feel that it's important to add the massage element to your grooming? So I'll start off with you.
Yeah, sure. Well, here's what's interesting about massage. In the Far Eastern world, the culture starts with massage and things of organic and natural health to correct the body.
Right.
When you really start looking at that, it's really about how you feel on the inside as well as how you feel on the outside. And the connection between the grooming and massage is not obvious to many, but it's a really strong connection, because we focus on making sure that you feel your best both internally such that you can radiate externally. And the massage industry itself is about helping the body, which is a very complex but wonderful thing, cure itself, and only look for alternatives when there's no other choice.
Right.
And when a person feels good about themselves, the body feels good.
Great.
And
I got a question, Levi.
Yeah.
So, percentage-wise, what would you say the ratio is, women to guys that come through?
99.9% women. No, the reality of it is, had you asked this question 6 years ago when I started, I really would have said somewhere around 80% women, 20% men.
Okay.
For easy math. Today, however, I would say we're 60-40. Because, again, that we're starting to realize that massage is not just about a relaxation.
Yeah.
It's the benefits of healthcare, and as I said earlier, it's about making yourself feel better, both physically and mentally. And so the men are really starting to gravitate there.
Yeah, it's sort of a paradigm shift in how guys are viewing like grooming, because we see more guys come in for like manicure, pedicures, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's like I don't know, like it's the norm now. It's not as taboo.
If you feel good, you look good.
Yeah.
If you look good, you do good.
There you go.
There you go.
I like
There
it.
you go.
I like it.
So Dylan,
borrow
have you
that
ever
one.
had a
That's
massage?
good.
I've had a few. I had back problems for a while, and I would get massages and treatments, and they would always make me feel like $1 million. And so, you know, I can testament to what he's talking about, how it just makes you feel amazing, and it you know, actually helps you.
Yeah. Do you get that beard massaged?
After a good shave, you go to a proper barber, then they rub the lather in. It feels, and they do it on the head too before they shave you.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got a special medallion for that one.
It's stimulating.
Yes.
So you saying y'all do scalp massages over there?
We
too?
actually do. We do it for complete full body. It's amazing. Every part of the body has either a small muscle or a nerve or something that is connected.
Small muscle.
And it's just the function of working that muscle and retraining in many cases to allow it to start working against what you naturally want to do.
Right.
And this is what my team has taught me over the years.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch. And as I opened up, my wife has MS, and we have days when she doesn't walk well. She'll get in for a 90-minute massage and walk out 80% better.
Wow.
It's because you're having to retrain those muscles that are just being trained wrong. It's pretty amazing to watch.
All right, Levi. Well, it's been great having you on the show.
I love being here.
And if they want to get in touch with you, what do we need to do?
Well, the easiest way is to try to go through our website, which is elementsmassage.com, Austin Lakeline.
All
And by the way, it's Austin Lakeline, but we service Leander, Cedar Park, Marble Falls. You know, people, just like I'm sure your grooming shop here, people will go to what best fits them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's
for
our
sure.
motto.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to my favorite part of the show, which is the food element. So Angel will be covering that this episode. So Angel, I hope you got some good stuff for us planned.
I got you.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Angel, and we're here with Andrea with Andrea's Eats. Andrea, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Austin, and I come from a line of family-owned restaurants. I decided a year ago to open a food truck, and I do custom catering as well.
That's awesome. So tell us, are you a permanent vendor somewhere, or do you just go mobile?
No, we're completely mobile. I hit wineries, breweries. I like to do big events and festivals as well. I want to come to you. I don't want you to have to come to me. So
Awesome.
That's kind of my motto.
That's awesome. What are some of the largest events you've done?
ATX Food Truck Festival is probably one of the bigger ones that I've done. And the wineries actually get pretty big. There's about 800 to 1,000.
Cool. Do you prefer the large events versus the smaller events?
No, I think I like the mix of both.
Yeah.
I like to support local, because that's a big thing for me, especially since I was born and raised here, and I want to like promote small businesses and local businesses. So I like to go both ways. Like,
yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about your type of cuisine that you serve.
at big events, I serve upscale Mexican street food, street tacos, elote, nachos, burritos, so forth. I kind of upscale it a little bit with like a jalapeno pesto and cotija cheese, make it a little fancy.
Yeah, I noticed your plates are very fancy and pretty, and even when you get them just straight off the truck in a boat, it still looks really appetizing and very picture worthy.
Oh, thank
So
you.
is that something you pride yourself on, as
I do
being a
pride
picture worthy food truck?
Yes, I do pride myself on picture-worthy food. I know, and it to look pretty.
Nice.
I think that's the first thing that you see whenever you get something, and that's what's going to determine how you taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I think.
True. I follow you on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm always so excited to see your new things that you come up with, because it looks so good on camera. So, okay, so you are Austin-based or Leander-based mostly. So you live in Leander, correct?
I live in Cedar Park.
Cedar Park.
I have permits in Williamson County, Travis County, all the surrounding cities, Gillespie. I have my state permit, so I can go to like Blanco and Burnett. They don't have health districts.
Great.
So you have to have that. So like I said, I go everywhere.
Nice. That's awesome. So where do you see yourself in the future?
Actually, I'm kind of looking in the near future at having like kind of a Andrea's Eats and Drinks type place.
Nice. That's
So
awesome.
just something small, a little brick and mortar that possibly has a commercial kitchen or a commissary. When you have a food truck, you have to have a commissary on the side,
Right.
and so forth. So to have that myself, obviously, you can rent it out, and
That would be fantastic. Well, we definitely are going to do our part to support you and your business, and we are super excited to have you on the show, so thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about what you have here.
Today we have a little boat of elote. It's a smoked corn off the cob, tossed in a Mexican crema with some spices that I add, topped with cotija and a key lime slice. And then we have a smoked brisket and a smoked chicken taco. They both have my Mexican power slaw is what I call it. And it has a homemade key lime vinaigrette and a little cotija and key lime slices on the side as well.
Well, I'm starving and I can't wait to eat it later. Well, thank you so much for coming and being a guest on our show. We really appreciate you guys. And everybody, make sure you follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and are you on Twitter too?
Yes, I'm on Twitter.
Nice.
Facebook and all social media.
Make sure to follow Andrea's Eats around town. She's everywhere.
Thank you.
And we're about to sample some goodies from Andrea's Eats. So everybody dig in.
Okay.
Let's go.
Fell twice.
Why you gotta look at me?
I must say this corn is
Oh,
succulent.
that's good.
My good. Hope y'all not know me right now, because good night.
When we come back, we're going to be in our drink portion. So we'll see you in a second.
Hi, I'm Angel with the NITE CAPP, and we're here with Guy Inslee from Fire Oak Distillery. Tell us about yourself, Guy.
I'm just an old restorer. Did restoration work for a lot of years, and then decided to get back into the alcohol.
Sounds good. So what do we have here?
Today I brought the two staples that we make. We make a vodka and a bourbon.
Okay. So I hear the vodka is pretty amazing. Where do you rank with your vodka?
We thank you. I'm glad you looked. Our vodka currently is the highest rated domestic vodka.
That's what I heard.
It's made out of 100% non-GMO corn, gluten-free. It's organic, and it's all Texas-based.
Awesome.
So we keep it just as local as we absolutely can.
And your bourbon is a huge fan in my house because we have Whiskey Wednesday. So let's definitely talk about the bourbon.
I need to come by the house. The bourbon is what sets the bourbon off significantly different. It's only been out a year, but it's a very high rye bourbon at 21%. So she starts off with a nice deep spice, and then that spice will linger to the back where the caramels and the vanillas come through.
So we might have some for the next day.
Oh, sure.
Whiskey Thursday.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll just walk you through one, just for fun.
Sure.
Let's try the vodka. The first thing you'll notice, I'll pour you a little here, is give it a smell. Nose that. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
No pharmaceutical.
Like nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
This is why people drink on the job.
That's right, exactly. Take a little sip. No burn. Soft and viscous.
Like my business.
That's right. Low
My
acids,
business
you don't
really
feel it
is
here?
called smooth. No, it's actually very good, and I'm not a huge vodka person, but that is definitely one I would purchase myself. So I think this is more one you would like to just sip on, not mix.
Right. We believe we'll never do flavors. We believe that if you have to do a flavor, it's not worth doing.
Yeah,
All spirits
I'm
need to
with
stand
you.
on their own.
I like it.
We do hear from a lot of people, though, that go buy Sonic and get their favorite slushie. And
I mean,
do
I'm
set
okay
up
with
a
that
little
too. That sounds great. Let's do that.
Play dates are tough.
Yeah. So about the bourbon.
All right, let's take you to the bourbon. Again, she's 21% rye. I'm going to give you a little ice.
All right.
That
Sounds
way,
good.
okay, that way you can have it, sample it quickly,
Mhm.
as if it were neat.
Okay.
And then you can let the ice dilute a little bit and take the flavor.
All right.
I'm always pouring too, so you don't have to drink alone.
Oh, thanks. There's a song about that.
That's right. I was pouring that one longer just.
I see that.
Give a smell.
Okay.
Smell the spice,
smells
the
good.
pepper.
Mhm.
Take a little sip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That
Nice
is
deep
so
spice.
yummy. Love
A little
love
bit
it.
of barrel as you finish
Mhm.
your sweet.
So good. Yes.
And
this
so
is
many-
definitely going to go over well in the house.
How do you guys normally have it at the house?
Oh, you know, until it's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll need to come by.
Yeah, we definitely should. So I hear you have a tasting room opening. Is that a thing?
We do first weekend in July. We'll be open to everybody. We wanted to do. We've been growing so fast. We've been very blessed and very fortunate, and as fast as everything's been going. And we desperately want to get the tasting room up. So
Yeah.
first weekend of July it'll be all open because we want to bring the community to everybody in. They've allowed us to be part of their families,
Mhm.
and we want them to come to our house. So
Well,
to speak.
community is definitely important. So where are you based out of?
We're based out of Liberty Hill, so we're just north of Austin, just 30, 40 minutes depending upon how you drive.
Okay, well, fast. And hopefully not after you drink, right?
It's certainly not after you drink. It's been a lot of fun. Back to community, we've done a lot of rodeos. We're the preferred spirits of the HEB Center here at City Park.
Awesome, that's
So,
great.
Enjoyed a lot of
So
things.
you get your brand out there quite a bit with the HEB Center, because draws a big amount of people.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. Okay, so where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years?
Doing more of the same. We're small batch. Our bourbon is small batch, single barrel, and our vodka is very much the same.
Okay.
So it's all very much hands-on.
Awesome.
And so we would just get bigger and bigger. A month ago, we added another still.
Mm-hmm.
So we increased our capacity. We've also had to add a whole nother building, part of the tasting room and storage of our bourbons and things. So we're just going to keep it going. We just do one barrel at a time.
Sounds great. I love it. Well, I'm sold, and I'm definitely going to get some for the house on Wednesday. So if you guys are around, stop by the house on Wednesday, and we're going to be drinking some of this amazing whiskey. And so let's try it, since it's been watered down a smidge with the ice.
Make sure you had a chance to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Most bourbons will fall apart. They start tasting like a wet log.
Yeah.
She just got sweet.
So good.
Now the rye stepped aside,
Mm-hmm.
and now the
And it
caramel
has a
and
little bit
vanilla.
of a different flavor in the back end too. So
Mhm.
very good. Well, thank you so much for coming and being a guest on our show tonight.
My
You
pleasure.
guys stay tuned, and we'll be back with more.
Cheers.
Wilson, you were right. I would have known so many incredible people would flock to one location. The conversation was wonderful. You know, as much as I do appreciate my conversations with you, I was happy to get away. I will say, though, now that I'm all nice and groomed, maybe one of them mermaids will wash up to shore. Oh, yes.
All right, welcome back to the NITE CAPP Barbershop Talk with a Twist. So, everybody, our first topic is going to be, what is it about hair that brings everyone together? Like the atmosphere from the barbershop, the beauty salons. What do you think about it that, makes everybody just come together as a whole collective? Dylan, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, Dylan, that's a good question.
I think it makes for a good icebreaker. Like if I'm walking down the street and I see a guy with a big beard or a big mustache, I can say, "Hey, nice mustache," and then I can talk to him like, "Hey, you want to come join the club? Have you competed before?" So it lets me start that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we're all a lot similar than we are different.
Right.
So once you get that first thing in, it's a new friend.
I got a quick question
yeah.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got a two-part question. So, first thing, when you see another dude with a big beard, do you give him a beard hug?
I think that's after I introduce myself to him, because I mean, some people really like it. Some people, it's not their thing, and that's fine.
Okay, and then you said something about competition. So, what is that?
So we host an annual beard competition in February, and there are clubs across the country and around the world, and it's basically a beauty pageant but for beards. And we get together. We drink, we dress up, we get on stage. It's like, depending on the competition, 10 to 15 categories.
Yeah.
A couple mustaches, partial beards, just any kind of style you can think of. And it's all for charities, local charities. The National Alliance of Beard Clubs, which includes Canada, last year together we raised $411,000 for charity.
Holy hell.
Yeah, so...
I mean, y'all travel like international, right?
Yeah.
Y'all go to like Germany and all
yeah,
that.
I'm actually in 2 weeks. I'm headed over to Antwerp, Belgium for the World Beard and Mustache Competition.
How cool
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
So
So
dude pageants are really paying out.
yeah,
Yeah, I have
and-
one for
yeah,
I can't really grow my beard that much, but I'm trying.
Yeah, we have. You would do great in best groomed.
You hear that?
So you've got
baby.
super clean
That's
lines. You
true.
look super sharp. I think you would be a hit.
Don't be trying to beard hug me right now. You're trying to burn me up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you look good. What can I say?
Hey, so since my beard can't grow all the way, what am I, a prospect?
Nothing.
Y'all gonna keep me in the
No,
prospect?
our motto is all facial hair is valid. We've got a guy who's been we've got a guy who was with us at the start. He literally can't grow facial hair. He doesn't have the genetics for it, and he's still family. We have a ton of women members. We have a women officer.
I did notice that.
Wait a minute. Ladies, did you hear that?
I wax
They have
all
women.
kinds of beards.
Yeah.
No, they got women.
Just stop at the first part.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
wax. Okay, I'm glad you had that second
Yeah.
part. Of it. So, ladies, y'all are both in the hair game. So, what do you think brings people together when it comes to hair, as far as from the female aspect of this?
Well, I think it's therapy.
Therapy. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
I'm
that.
I'm a professional therapist.
Oh, okay.
People come to me to talk about their problems.
So they're not really trying to get the hair done; they're just talking.
Yeah, I
Purging.
Don't charge quite as much as a therapist either.
You should.
Well, I mean, it depends on the service, I guess. But yeah, the schooling is much less, as she mentioned.
And the advice is worse.
Exactly.
So.
It's perfect. It goes with everything. So yeah.
That is so.
I think
amazing.
that hair, honestly, for me, and I'm sure for you as well, you start out with women that come in or men that come in and they feel kind of not on point that day and not amazing about themselves, and they leave feeling like, they just want to flip it and go and have a great day.
I mean, but ain't it crazy, like how such a subcategory can connect people? Hair.
Yeah.
And we get into conflict and fights over like politics or these different things.
Well, we get in a fight about hair too.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yep. When I was in cosmetology school, the one show that we had, it was required for us to watch, was Good Hair. Have you
Good
seen
Hair,
that?
yes.
Good movie, good show.
I met the guy that was in that.
Yeah.
The white guy that was in Good Hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I met him in Atlanta.
I just
Good
think
dude.
it's crazy how back in the day that a lot of actors couldn't get a role unless they had good hair.
Good hair.
That's crazy.
And that's so wrong.
Ronald Reagan.
But it's true, because I have a lot of women that come in and they feel terrible about themselves at the beginning of the day, and then after they get their hair done, they feel amazing and they're glowing.
Yep.
And it has everything goes back to like look good, feel good, do good. Kind
Oh
of.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. And that.
Go ahead.
We could go on all day.
Wow, so our logo was built based off of that, right? With
Tell
the
them about it.
Caballeros
Caps
logo.
off, right?
Well, that too, but also like how the logo has,
His
the
hand like
Superman-like
Superman.
thing.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So Superman represents what?
Good hair.
No, super.
Possibly. Yeah, he got the little curl. He got the curl. But no, like you got Clark Kent. He goes into a booth or wherever else. He comes out.
His barbershop.
Yeah.
Superman, right?
Yeah, transformation.
It's a transformation. Like you come in, your confidence may not be all the way up, but when you leave out, you want to show everybody.
That's
You're
right.
like, look at me. And that's what the logo was kind of built around, like partially. But
That's what I love sharing with my students too. Like even doing nails 6 to 8 times a day, somebody's going, what you
Confident,
did, and
right,
you get to take that home.
Oh yeah.
You take home that you gave somebody the best feeling of the day.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
So
Well,
that's,
and your hair is the best representation of yourself too.
It is.
having said all that, that's a good segue into our next topic, which is that sometimes people feel that extensive grooming when it comes to men is like taboo or unacceptable. So how does
Only
everybody
men
on panel
think
feel
that
about
way.
that?
Yeah, I don't believe women agree
Not all
with
of
that at
us.
all.
No.
But
Well, you see,
Some of us are all for it.
yeah. Well, I know you are. Your beard
Yeah.
is shining and glistening.
Exactly. I put product in mine. I
I'm looking to
blow
see.
dry it. I brush it
Did
out.
you color?
No, this is natural.
Oh, that's a good color. It's like a
Oh,
cherry blonde.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
have 3 pet peeves.
Let me hear it.
Neck hair.
Ooh, disgusting.
You see a cute guy and then he turns around and he
And you're
ruins
like,
it with
we're
Like a
all
horseman.
that,
Yeah.
like the werewolf.
Yeah.
I can't follow you on that one.
Number 2, the unibrow.
Oh yeah.
There's
You
no
gotta keep that
What's wrong with the
clean.
unibrow? There's a famous basketball player.
Yeah.
that made millions off that
Davis.
unibrow.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, if you make it your thing, then okay. But we don't want to see. it.
Yeah.
And what's the third one?
Third one. Have you ever hugged a prickly pear cactus
No.
or cuddled with one?
Never, or a man either. Neither one of those.
Yeah.
You have?
It's going to be my new mission in life to promote waxing for men.
Amen. Seriously.
I have had a guy ask me to go below the collar on his hey Trust, can you just get down my back a little bit?
His little back trim.
I was like,
you can
no.
wax that. You can wax this.
You better
you
put
can
a
Just
price
an extra
point on
service.
it.
It's another $10.
You're not gonna take your shirt off and lean over the chair and say, hey Trust, get all of this.
But it
Can you
lasts
get-
longer. They love it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, and it's perfect coming from you two, because that's the other side that we don't always understand.
We have
like,
to touch it.
yeah.
Well,
like,
if it's coming out of your collar, whether it's over the top or coming
It's
up
gross.
from
Right.
underneath,
Yeah.
you should probably just shave it off. Probably shave it back or wax it off.
And I don't
Waxing
think
is
now,
better. It lasts a lot longer.
I think it's becoming less taboo. I mean, it's more guys, doing the extensive grooming thing, and
If they would just try it, they would love it. Like, who doesn't want a foot massage?
Oh, that's all. That's awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
so many
Appointment
men are
tomorrow.
just a pedicure.
Well,
tomorrow,
I
Korea.
have a
Members
key
went in
to
this
add
weekend.
to her 3. I'll take a 4 on this one. Is nose hair.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
nose waxing.
Ear
is-
waxing.
Nose waxing is kind of the jam. And if for men and
It's
women,
easy
I'm
and
sorry,
it doesn't
but
even hurt.
it's not
And
just a
I
man
breathe
thing to
better
have
afterwards.
nose hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's just, it all like blocks it up.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Once you
Yeah.
trim the
Real.
nose hair, you breathe a whole lot.
But have you
better.
ever seen a woman with some seriously gnarly nose hair?
If I ever
Girl,
see
get
a
that out of here. Come see me.
If I ever see a woman with some gnarly nose hair,
You
Oh,
have
yeah,
it?
we'll just send her.
no,
your way.
I'm not
Oh.
even looking for it.
Well,
Yeah.
Because we know how to take care of that.
okay, yeah, exactly.
I've seen some awesome
Trust got a
mustache
fetish.
hair.
He got
Yeah.
a fetish.
Yeah. But if it goes into the
It's
nose,
called
that's
lip.
a problem.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's called lip hair.
It's still
On a woman.
It's still a stash.
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 True.
It's still a stash.
You can be as PC as you want,
But it's still a stash. All right, so our last question of the day is, I'm sure you've all seen on Facebook and Instagram, there's a little topic going around about men's beards having more bacteria than the dog. So I'm gonna start with my man Dylan over here, because I know that probably affected you a whole lot.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, Dylan, because this beard
Slow down.
is probably clean,
This
baby.
is clean.
It
It's
is.
super clean.
I can
take
tell
care
it's
of
clean.
it.
Seriously.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Look,
Get
it's
shot.
clean.
Oh, it's
Touch
clean.
it, you can smell it. It's
I want to get
super
that
clean.
comfortable with it, but it's clean.
Maybe later. Yeah, I mean, this thing just made me laugh and
It's the
laugh.
suit.
The suit looks good.
You'll get a beard
See the bow
hug,
tie?
don't worry.
I think Dylan's pitching for a job.
Maybe later. But I mean, yeah, this study just made me laugh. And I mean, they're talking like beards are dirtier than dogs' hair. They're not even saying beards are dirty. They're just saying it has like some bacteria in it.
Yeah.
They've had studies like this before. There was one 4 years ago that said there was poop in beards. And it was just like
Yeah.
I mean, if
it
that's
was-
your
it's-
thing.
no, but it was
But it
like,
ain't everybody's
it's
thing,
bacteria, and it's the same bacteria that you're gonna find all over like your bathroom, your toothbrush. You know,
Oh, no, not my toothbrush.
it's we're talking like microscopic bacteria that unless you like super steam clean it, it's
It's
there.
there.
It's part of life.
No.
And
It's
that's
on
what
your
they're
face,
finding.
And when I see stuff like that too, man,
Yeah.
like just to go off of your point, like they find anything wrong with everything.
Yeah, and-
anything. Like you can get cancer from brushing your teeth with
Exactly.
the wrong, you know.
And I mean, I
all
can-
this stuff, it all pops up, and it's like
Because there's
scare
poop on your
factor.
toothbrush.
Yeah,
Cancer causing poop on your toothbrush.
But it's like, and I want to see what beards they use. You know, is this like the guy on the street who's just growing a
Rolling
little
around
beard?
in it anyway.
What
Yeah,
sample
is
do
it a
they
bum
use
beard,
to
or is
do
it a
research?
guy who's
Right.
really taking care of it? You know, properly washing
the
it a
hair
couple
club
times a
beard.
week. Yeah, you know.
None of y'all guys though.
No,
man.
no.
Y'all,
I mean,
y'all
our
take care.
yeah, we all take care of our
100% clean
beards.
and sanitary beards.
We've got like
Never
I have
get
more
into
products than my
anything.
sister. You know,
It's a
mine's good.
serious thing, man.
Yeah.
Y'all traveling for beers. I
Yeah.
know y'all take it for real, but yeah.
And
Okay.
yours shines. It
Thank
really
you.
does. Glistens.
Yeah, it's a little beard oil in it. Helps bring out the color and lets it shine in the light.
Okay. Well, that was our topics for tonight. We appreciate everybody coming in. Like I said before, like us, share us,
Love
and
us.
Yeah.
love us.
You can love now on Facebook.
So today, when you see somebody with a beard, go up and give him a beard hug
Exactly.
if he wants it.
Oh,
we
he
see
wants a
beard
beard
hug
hug.
demonstrations.
Yeah,
I
what
have
is a
no
beard
idea.
hug? I
Gus,
don't
give,
even know.
give Gus a beard hug.
Get out of here. What
Yeah.
is a beard hug?
He's
I'd
gonna
like to
show
know.
you.
I'd
No,
like
don't
to
never
know.
give me the instructions first. He don't need to figure out if I
Don't
choose
surprise
to
the
do it.
guy with a
I-
beard
No.
hug.
Just
What's
go
a
right
beard
in.
hug? What's a beard hug?
I don't know.
Talk me through it.
I figured
You
it'd
do
be
an
like just a regular
unsolicited
hug, but with
beard
bearded
hug,
dudes. That's what I
Yeah,
thought he was going
So
for.
we got to go face to face and
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like
just like
that.
cheek to cheek.
nah.
Y'all don't want to rub beards?
I appreciate it.
Come on,
Yeah.
let's see it.
Give him a beer hug, Gus.
Sound like some Austin facial
I'm a
hair.
let's
Hazing or
plug it
something.
out.
Yeah, give him a beard hug, man.
Well, give
Trust,
him
you're
trust.
the
You got a
host.
better
I feel
beard
like
than I
you
do.
should-
I
man.
don't know.
So on that note, I'm gonna end this up, and we're gonna wrap this up today.
We'll hug
because
later.
Trust ain't beard hugging nobody, unless I got like one of those Brazilian bearded ladies. Then I will hug all day. So, like I said, like us, share us, love us.
Why should I be a lady?
I don't want no bearded man. Bearded lady.
I can introduce you to some.
Man, now you trying to get a
Dun,
job
Hey
in the
now, you see the pink? You see how we doing it?
He segued right into that for you.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up so that we appreciate everybody coming in. Like I said, comment while you're watching the show, and we'll see you next week with some more topics. This is Caballeras. This is the Nightcap Barbershop Talk with a Twist, and we'll see you all next week.
The twist.
Cheers, everybody.
Well, hello again, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Please remember that the views and opinions expressed on this show do not reflect the businesses that each person represents. It is important that we can all engage in polite conversation with conflicting ideologies in the open dialogue of a traditional barbershop. We at Capillaras Barber Salon would like to thank you for joining us on this great adventure of humble discussion. Myself and our hosts sincerely look forward to meeting with you again next week on the Nightcap with Caps. Stay well groomed, my friends. Stay well groomed.